Wyslouch here. Welcome to another edition of Quick Tips. Today I want to talk about expanding and contracting intervals as a tool for melodic variation. The tool is exactly as it sounds. You see an interval that naturally occurs, for example, a minor third in a melody. Well, you could expand or contract that interval. You could expand it to a fourth. You could contract it to a major second instead of a minor third. So that's the basic gist of the tool. By expanding or contracting an interval, you're not necessarily dashing the original melody to the rocks. You're just varying it in a hopefully tasteful way according to your own judgments. So let's take a tune like St. Anne's Reel. The way I approach practicing this is taking a small bit of the melody, a small phrase. So let's take that first phrase that you've heard so many times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Nice little fragment, goes a little bit up, goes a little bit down. Now, where is a good place to expand or contract an interval? A lot of times I find at the point where a melody changes direction, where we switch from going up to down or down to up. So on that melody, right out of the get-go, we go up and then down. Cool. Well, that's a minor second interval going from an F sharp to a G. We could expand that to a minor third from an F sharp to an A. Cool. So two variations right there. The original, that first interval expanded. A very subtle change. Let's keep experimenting. Let's expand that first interval to a fourth instead of the original minor second. 1, 2, 3, 4. I had to change my positioning to accommodate the fingering a little better instead of going. How you going? Okay. Hear that in context. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. It still sounds like St. Anne's Reel, but it's got this interesting little variation. You could go as extreme or as subtle as you like. You could go all the way up to the C, up a tritone. Interesting little effect. Up a fifth. Loosely experimenting with little phrases of a melody is about as systematic as I like to get with this improvisational approach. Take your time with it. Be slow. As long as you're just taking your time with one tune, there's no rush to implement these and force them into your playing. See what you like. Discard what you don't. Let's play through the A part and see if we can find another fragment that we could expand or contract some intervals on. So we got... little turnaround. It's basically a G major triad bouncing off of a B note. Up, and then a C sharp bouncing up and then down. Oh, cool. Let's expand and contract some intervals there. For the G triad, instead of going down a third from the B, what if we go down a sixth? Back to the B. Why don't we go up a tritone, up to the F note from a B. Then the next part, the C sharp. Instead of going up a third, why don't we go up a sixth? Back to the C sharp. Down a sixth. Instead of down a third like we did before. And then resolve it. So instead of going now, we could go. Very cool variation. In the context of the whole melody, it's subtle but gives you a nice little effect. also contract some intervals. Instead of going down a third, what if we just went down a minor second and back up a minor second? And then for the next one, up a minor second instead of up a minor third. So now we've got... We could be a little weirder about it too. Do some notes that are outside of the key. Like, for example, a D sharp after we hit the C sharp on the A chord. Whoa. Weird, but cool. Something I can experiment with. One phrase at a time. Experiment. See where this melodic variation of expanding and contracting intervals is even possible. Become a subscriber to my Patreon page. There's over 60 lessons available to my patrons there. I do monthly workshops, often 2 workshops in a month. And it's a great place to be a part of a community of people who like to learn music together. Check out the links, subscribe to the YouTube, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.